Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Twitter. How's everybody feeling today? Today is the 20th of December. It's a Tuesday. Ah, thank you. Oh, fuck. Kind of hoping at this point we kind of trace a little bit here with this candle. We got a minute, and I'm honestly anticipating that since it is the opening of New York session, that we should easily be able to get a push down. But only thing I have a slight worry about is the fact that we relatively got to take profit by like 50 pips. You know, that's pretty big. Ladies and gentlemen, I might consider closing early and probably waiting for a support to form. I don't know. Obviously, right now it looks like it could keep continuing bearish, but it's been kind of playing around with me for a little bit, and it's been really, really a weak bearish candle. So expect the New York session volume to kind of kick in and hopefully get us this little push down here. But looks like we want to almost form a support. Alright, folks, so like the idea here is if it goes like a bullish candle for more than like 2 or 3 seconds, I'm fucking closing. Only reason I'm closing because personally rather just go ahead and potentially enter on supports and at least secure some type of profit. Obviously, it wouldn't be much, but it's not like taking a loss or anything like that. It saves me capital for another trade. Um, yeah, my fucking stop or my take profits just it has to be big. It has to be about 50 pips. Well, I believe it's 48, but regardless, it needs to be fat because that's the previous candle, and that means that our next take profit's got to be the same. We got to have a 1-to-1 ratio here. So with that being said, it's kind of why I'm not scared to just close if I need to, especially if we start trading above. I would say obviously like 1801 or like 1800 something. Starting to get a relative push down here. Can we fill this wick though? If we start trading below this wick, I feel pretty confident we should be able to come close to relative TP. Um, I do not want to see no bullish candles print at this point. I just want straight draw. I want this bit to go keep pulling down, baby. Oh. And that he's being weird. It's okay. You can grab him. Just grab him. No, he does. Trust me, he does. Yes, he does. Trust me. Just do it. Just throw him on the bed. He always lays at the end of the bed. Around me. Shut up. Can't even hear me. He's deaf. Oh my god. My dog, he's just being crazy. What, senor? I feel like once we fill this wick here, I'll go ahead and probably close maybe 50%. Look like it's starting to trace pretty quick here. If it retraces down though, or back up close to my entry, I'm taking profit. Cause close entirely full. Cause I still feel like there's a good chance we can close support. Yeah, I'm just gonna close full. I'd rather stay away from it. We might start trading bullish. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you guys know I do realize that I was like up 20 pips, but the problem is that I can't necessarily just take full profit on that because my stop loss is like 50 pips. Well, technically it was 48 pips. So if I was to take profit of 20 pips, it's just it's ass backwards basically. It's like if I was to, it don't make sense. Just don't make sense. So that's why I took profit. We started trading above certain levels at this point. It'd be safe for me just to go ahead and call what I got. That was the worry about this trade is that my stop loss had to be so big. You know, my take profit's got to be relatively big as well. And the fact that we've already exhausted pretty nice off two bearish candles. The third one exactly pushed 50, another 50 pips. Not that that's unlikely. It's just not the most probable cause, you know, and this game is about probabilities. I had that in my head going into it. Um, but it saved me a trade though for just in case we close support. We close support. I don't think I'd mind taking a buy honestly. But we gotta close a pretty nice bearish, you know, or excuse me, pretty nice bullish candle. Like I said, I probably could have held, but personally, I'm just like hell nah. Not trying to go in any type of drawdown. And this play could very well play out. I mean, I might have chickened out, closed early, but I'd rather be safe than sorry in a moment like this. It's pretty interesting scene though, because we're right back where we were. So it's almost silly I did take profit. And I'm not gonna lie, a fire entry. My entry was fire. So it's got me a little bit like, ee. And that's what I'm talking about right there. Come on, go. Keep going, baby. Keep giving us that push. So we'd like to see. Come on, baby. Keep pushing. Come on, baby. Keep pushing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting relatively close to the first take profit. Stay patient. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, at that point, I wanted just to close. Once we hit about 30 pips, I understand my take profit was like 34 pips, but I at least wanted to take profit at 30 pips and just let like 10% of my position run. So if it ends up hitting the full rest of the take profit, I'll end up securing that full 1.5%. Um, but yeah, at this point, I'd like to make it a break-even trade. Like, not even break-even. I'm about to put my stop loss even higher. Just have it in profits at this point. I don't want to even go, slightly in drawdown, really. And honestly, if we can, fuck it, I'm finna move my take profit up too. Good trades, good trades. Both positions really worked out fairly well, except for my sell. The sell position, I could have took profit about 20 pips. It did push about 20 pips. Problem is, I didn't want to secure anything at that point simply because the R to R would just be completely backwards if I took profit at 20 pips. If anybody doesn't understand what R to R means, it just means risk to reward. And the risk to reward ratio there would have been ass backwards. So that's why I didn't take profit once I was in 20 pips profit. I wanted to hold the position all the way until really about 50 pips, which honestly made the position tough to manage. Um, that's why the second I saw price started rejecting, at that point I took it under myself or under my own consideration to just close the full sell position at that point and then look to get into buy positions once we made that support, which I was anticipating. To be honest, I was really anticipating that we would create a support, but knowing that was going to be that 7:30 open candle, or not 7:30, that 7 o'clock New York session open candle, a lot of volume with that candle, so that's why I took that sell. Not that it wasn't a profitable position, it was a profitable position, but with the R to R I had, it just didn't make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up 32. This is technically, at this point, this is the 1.5 position, but we have stop loss and profits at this point. We already have secured 90% of the position. We're just letting the rest run at this point. I'm really like not tripping. I just got a message. Oh man, it feels good when I see my best friend see me in the stream, but I'm not gonna lie, it does make my day. Out of anybody, always feels better when the homie comes checks out the stream. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Always makes my day. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My nigga sent me a picture. I was slumped on the stream. Hey, that's what happened when you go risk free. When you got a risk free trade, you already secured your 1.5%. I'm doing okay. At this point, I'm chilling. I'd like to I like to see this, actually complete this full move and hit 1809.60, but at the moment, we do still got 30-minute rejections up around that point, around 1808.30. It's something we got to definitely relatively pay attention to. Of course, price is pushing relatively in our direction, looking nice as hell. Um, mm, can't even lie, part of me just wants to just close full and call it a day. Think I might just go ahead and do that. I mean, I could hold, obviously, but I'd like to get that full 1.5%. At this point, that's that. Because obviously at 1.5%, I close at 30 pips. That's a little under my 1.5%. It was supposed to be, I think, 34 pips. Um, oh my goodness, let's fucking go. I think 40 pips. I'll just close 40 pips. Oh, fuck. That's some bullshit. Well, I saw fucking 40 and then it fucking jumped down like a hair. It's kind of shitty, but either way, that was a super solid execution there. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Yeah, so 18% is what we want. That's what we want. Not looking bad, not looking bad. I'm not gonna lie, ever since I've changed my risk management, um, my parameters for risk management, I feel like I'm only on the come up at this point. I mean, from original deposit, yes, I have gone down. You know what I'm saying? But still same account, still same everything. This is what I wanted to provide for my stream in general. I want to provide something for my stream where it's like this is a realistic amount of money you can put into your account. Bro, you could work fucking McDonald's, nigga, and eventually save up to at least put in 1,500. You know what I'm saying? Um, if I can account flip this, not if, when I account flip this, it's gonna be better for my testimonials, better for anybody that looking to learn from me because they're gonna see I came from a standpoint that is a realistic standpoint from anybody else. I'm not trying to promote, not that I got anything against fucking I have nothing against funded accounts. I think it's great. Honestly, if you can complete those challenges, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I have nothing against them. But my point of my streams and what I want to promote is the fact that, man, if you just work hard, man, you got you a regular ass job, man. Get you a job where get you motherfucking $15 an hour. Be realistic with your fucking self. If you can move up past 15 bucks an hour, good for you. Um, Baseline, you want to at least put yourself. You don't want to sell yourself too fucking short. I mean, even then, 15 bucks for an hour, that's low. So what I'm trying to say is, get you a basic little job, man. Put you 500 in that motherfucking account. Try and build that shit up. Take it slow. Understand the parameters you got. If you got 500 in your account, you better be trading with lot size that makes sense, man. Because every time you have a stop loss, man, you got a 25 pip stop loss, your lot size got to be different. You got a 10 pip stop loss, your lot size got to be different. I mean, that's why I recommend anybody get magic keys. Magic keys. If I open calc, right? I hit open calc. If you guys notice, if I hit open calc, if I got a 170 or excuse me, a 20 pip if I got a 20 pip stop loss stop loss, my lot size can be 14, almost 15, right? But say I have a 10 pip, right? Now I can, if I have a 10 pip stop loss, if it did hit my stop loss here, it's only going to be 1.5 of my account. But I'm going to be able to have a higher lot size of like 25 cent. But the risk is my fucking stop loss is tiny as shit and most likely would hit it, right? That's why you got to put stop losses where it makes sense. That's why whenever I was entering my positions, when I enter my positions down here, my stop losses are below these wicks because right here, if it starts trading below these levels here, buys are obviously invalid. You should be considering closing the position entirely because at that point, fuck, it's looking to go against you. So my point is, it don't matter, man. If I'm up here and I gotta have stop loss down here and that's 50 fucking pips, that's 50 fucking pips, man. I can't take profit till I hit 50 pips. If I start take profit at 20 pips, 30 pips, it's ass backwards. Fucking ass backwards. You're gonna start losing positions and start losing more money and you win and you're gonna be confused. Like, how the fuck am I losing? But it's because you gotta ass backwards R to R. You gotta remember that the magic key is producing everything for you, man. And that's the beautiful thing about dynamic risk. That's the beautiful thing about it. If I was to do static risk, and static risk is simply whenever I risk the full 3% in my position, I risk that full 3% at that point, I better be making sure I'm 50% whenever I'm going to drawdown, right? But the beautiful thing about having a dynamic risk, you know what I'm saying, pretty much split up in half, you know what I'm saying, I got one position now, one position for later. The beautiful thing is whenever I have 1.5%, I mean, it's money, man. I need to expect to lose this money. Every time I enter a trade, you got to expect I'm gonna lose this money. You know what I'm saying? Everything in trading is probabilities. So that's my mindset when I go into a trade. I'm pre-accepting the fact that, hey, I am gonna lose this money, but it's never gonna affect me in any way because if I do this shit Monday through Friday, keep learning, keep fucking, and not just I just come on the stream, man. I'm just sitting here just on the stream, bro. This is how I learn. No, fuck no. I go watch videos, man. I go over the fucking shit I gotta take care of. I backtest news events. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys don't know what that is, man, I'm telling you, you guys need to invest in this. This is critical. I mean, this has helped my trading like a million times. Basically, all I do is this, right? Scroll down, right? I can't see shit, okay? I can't see shit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here. Only thing I see is the time. You know, obviously you can see the time down here. So I'm going to do is I'm going to go to like, New York session, right? 6 o'clock. We'll say 6:30, right? Boom. 6 o'clock. We're going to come up here. All right. 6 o'clock. This is exactly what I do. But even to be more specific, I go to the news. I go to the news, right? And I check out anything. NFP, CPIs, fucking gross domestic products. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that. I'm back testing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm back testing because I'm trying to understand to see how price is moving. You know what I'm saying? How the hell is price moving? Check me out. Check me out. So like, boom, you just want to mark your key levels out. Despiértate. This nigga. That's funny as fuck. Hey, what's up, Paul, bro? It's good to see you, man. I just saw your fucking comment. Like, I know you probably typed that shit a minute ago whenever I was slumped, but one of my other homies told me I was slumped too. It's comedy. Let's see. All right. So yeah, basically, ooh, excuse me. It's basically what I'm gonna do. All right. So now at this point, this is the 6 a.m. candle. It's closing bullish, almost above, right? So 6:30, we're just gonna see. It's not New York session, so we want to stay disciplined. That's the mindset. You gotta stay disciplined. It's not your session yet. That's how I think. I can't really enter anything right now because, yes, you could maybe take a buy. It is kind of closing relatively above, but I don't want to do that necessarily because there's so much 30-minute rejections, and these 30-minute rejections are pretty big 30-minute rejections. So it's pretty high chance we can start flipping at this point. So if I was to look at this at 6 a.m., I wouldn't buy because I'd think in my head I'm gonna wait because I'd rather trade during New York session because New York session brings volume and momentum go hand to hand, and it's gonna continue price to go in your favor, right? Price worked out in your favor, right? So that is 6:30. At this point, I'm gonna take a buy. The reason why I'm gonna take a buy at this point because this next candle is the New York session open. So being the New York session open, this is just a better confirmation, right? So we're gonna enter right here. Stop loss gotta be below the wicks. You gotta have a perfect R to R. So I would probably say, I'd say I'm gonna probably go below these wicks here. If I can have a 280 take profit, that makes sense. Which don't look the greatest, right? So I might take a risk, go a little bit lower on my stop loss. That's a 1-to-1. At this point, I'm playing it out, see if it works. It worked out. And it barely worked out, too. Now, this is why I'm telling you guys, so important. If it's 1.5%, you're not even tripping. Like, bro, if I'm going in drawdown, bro, and I see that shit go all the way down here, bro, I'm not even tripping. 'Cause I really don't care. Because if it hits my stop loss, it's only 1.5%. Yeah, it looks like I got fucked up. Because it's gonna say 262, and niggas gonna look at that shit and be like, damn, this nigga lost 262 pips. They don't know what they're talking about. In reality, it's still 26 pips. 26 pips still a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie. 10 pips make you a lot of money. What I'm trying to tell you is, it don't matter if you have your magic keys calculated to a certain percentage loss of your account. At this point, I don't give a fuck. And we smashed fucking take profit and then some, nigga. If you would have closed 90%, let the rest run, you're making more than 1.5% by a lot. This is how you trade. Man, I started trading like this. It's been helping me out way more. No fucking cap. Shit been way more beneficial to me. I'd be 50% and shit, man, trying to lose less. Dude, just doing the most, man. When my positions be winning, I'd be confused. I'd be confusing myself. I'd start back testing like a motherfucker. Back testing like this gave me the confidence. Because I ain't gonna lie. I was telling y'all, we got to have our stop loss in a safe area. We almost got burnt. You put your stop loss. If I'd have put my stop loss right where this 30-minute candle closed, we'd have been burnt. We would have lost the trade. That's my point. You got to put stop loss where they make sense. If you ain't putting stop loss where they make sense, you have to also know that wherever your stop loss is, if there's 26 pips, that 26 pips better make sense for the take profit. Personally, it was a little hairy. I'm not going to lie, but price action looked good enough. Price action looked good enough because we broke past this. This is a key level right here. Important. 1790. We broke past that. Boom. Traded above that. I mean, you can't go wrong with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, but basically that's what I be doing. Literally, that's how I practice. So then boom, so all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Erase it. Fuck that shit, right? Who gives a fuck, right? And then I go down here again. I'm looking again. I look down here. I look for another 6 o'clock in the morning. So I go scroll over, scroll. Looking. 6:30, 6 o'clock. All right, 6 o'clock right there. Cause I wake up around like 5:30 or 6 o'clock. I'll be on the stream relatively more about 7 o'clock. But 6:30, I'm saying I'm up. I'm kind of paying attention relative to what's going on in the markets, trying to understand. So at this point, if we were to open this, right? This is 6 o'clock. This is 5:30, right? The 6 o'clock hadn't even really open yet. So my point is, hey, we're staying out of this, man. We gotta wait and see what happens with the price. You know what I'm saying? When the price is moving, we can't do much. We cannot do much. And if anybody's curious on how I'm able to do this back testing shit, I pay like $15 a month for TradingView, which to me is worth it. You know, to me, in my opinion, is worth it. This gives me the ability to practice. It's like running plays. You know what I'm saying? It's like a quarterback telling his wide receiver, run straight, cut left, he throwing passes. You know what I'm saying? Getting his timing down. This is exactly what it's like. It's like running drills, but this is how you run drills in trading. Alright, so at this point, I'm just going to let it play out. We really haven't done much. I will put a couple, because obviously I feel like we could create a support relatively at this area around 1797. That's where we got our good 30-minute rejections. Alright. Sound like a country nigga when I said that. Alright. Alright, so beautiful. So now 6:30, 6:30, 7 o'clock candle. We got some momentum. We pushed up. Is we ready to start coming down? I think so. I would take this position personally. I would. 6:30. Our next candle is 7 o'clock. This is why it's important to always trade the same session as well. You keep back testing stuff like this, you're gonna start noticing, yeah, like all this is pushing up. Some people catch FOMO 5:30, like, damn, I should have bought. But if you're an experienced trader, you know eventually shit gotta come down. Now, I'm not gonna say like I know what's gonna happen here. Of course, price action looks like it's gonna continue down. You know, most likely play in our favor. But I don't necessarily know myself. You know, I'm relatively learning myself. But anyways, got to take profit or got stop loss at 15 pips. This is nice right here. So 15 pips is cool because now at this point my lot size goes up because Magic Keys understands I can have a higher lot size because if I hit fucking 50 or 15 pips, it takes me out. I lose the 1.5%, but my lot size is higher because my stop loss is smaller. So there's a lot more room for a lot more room to for profits. Now let's see if this works out. Fuck nah, we got burnt. So I would have lost this trade. I would have lost this trade. No cap, obviously. So seeing this, right? 7 o'clock. What could I have maybe anticipated? What could I have done differently, right? What is there something I'm not seeing that I'm just maybe because my idea behind this was we closed bearish and a previous candle was becoming very weak bullish. I felt like it would have pushed down, right? But it didn't. Personally, obviously, we got a clean range. I mean, we got a clean candles to the top side. So it's like, obviously, being New York session being such clean candles, I mean, that just relatively makes sense why we want to maybe continue to keep pushing to the top side because now we're entering a time frame where we're leaving that post London volume, and now we're getting into New York session volume. With New York session volume, wow, that's what fucking happened. This had to have been a news event. Whatever this day was, had to have been a news event. 7:30 in the morning, I already know. The candle looking that crazy. Yeah, it's the news for sure. So, there was a news event this day for sure. Um, Now just to prove my point, this is what I was talking about. Now this is the type of position on Magic Keys. If I was to enter this would probably make me enter a fucking play with like a micro lot because it's gonna understand. Damn nigga, your stop loss is hella fat. So if I was to enter something like this, right, my fucking my take profit has got to be 81 pips. It's got to be 81. And if I take profit any earlier than that, it's fucked up. And another thing too, it's got to make sense. It's 81 pips for my stop loss, but I got to have a relatively realistic take profit. To me, this is relatively realistic. I can see us maybe hitting 1788 relatively for sure, especially since we already rejected that far down. I feel like price wants to touch this level. So we took 1.5% loss. Will we take another one? Right? Looking rough. Well, it came close, boy, but hold on, let's see. Let me see though, cause this is 90. All I need to do is hit 81 pips. So let me see if this actually was profitable once it hit here. No. So even then, ooh, risky. It was risky. Obviously you start seeing these candles printing against you. You probably just end up closing full and just letting it be, right? This would be this is the tricky part about whenever you got such a fat stop loss because you got to wait through all this bullshit and then sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And in this moment, personally, I wouldn't have taken profit. I didn't see no fucking 800 pips or 80 pips, excuse me. If you don't see that, I can't take profit. The only time I would have taken profit is if I would have seen this candle starting to fuck me in the ass. I would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna just close this bitch out. You know what I'm saying? I would have most likely done that. So can't say it'd been the most profitable trade, but that's my point though. Is like the whole probability R to R's. Um, you gotta have a stop loss. Like stop loss first thing. First thing first. You know how much your stop loss is and take in regards to like how much pips that is. Then you're gonna understand how much take profit you need to do, and is there a realistic take profit that makes sense to that? Um, Everything's a speculation, but regardless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. Today really meant a lot to me. I had two really good friends of mine hop on my stream. One of my friends, like my best fucking friend, I've known the nigga since I was a little ass kid. But yeah, it felt good, man. I ain't gonna lie, it felt good being on stream, get these profitable positions. Um, looking to scale into more positions tomorrow. We end up scaling in 2 positions today. First position I took a sell. We were up about 20 something pips, but my stop loss was fucking fat. It was like a 50 pip stop loss, so I was waiting to at least take profit around 50 pips. We didn't end up getting about that. Once I started seeing the price starting to go against me, I ended up closing my sells right here. Didn't profit a whole lot, obviously, because we, started coming back to our entry. But regardless, still a profitable trade. Gave me enough capital. Excuse me, I said that weird as fuck. Gave me enough capital to trade. Put another position down. I anticipated that we could see, since we already saw 6 and 630 candles going ahead and printing bearish, and not just bearish. I mean, pretty sustainable bearish movement, right? This gave me an idea, especially with these 30-minute rejections, that eventually we're going to have to make a support, especially with how bullish it is. This is just a classic retracement. If you were to put a Fibonacci up to this, I'm sure you'd be able to catch some type of Fibonacci play within this, but I don't trade Fibonacci no more. I trade off price action. It's easy to see. We'd rather get that first, buy that support. Most motherfuckers know that. You just got to have a correct stop loss and have a good take profit. But other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tapping in with me this morning. Tomorrow we guys check our news. Tomorrow we do guys CPI, not necessarily for United States dollar, but we will like to see what happens with that. Still could give us pretty good volume, for our session. So, well, not that I've traded this much. CB consumer confidence. Personally, I don't know exactly much about this. This is something that I need to look up. A guy named a guy named Capital Hungry. He's very good when it comes down to macroeconomics, and very informative. So anybody that obviously knows him, or whoever doesn't know him, man, tap into him, man. If anybody's new on my stream and they haven't tapped into some guy named Capital Hungry, I would definitely recommend going over there and checking out his YouTube page. He got a whole bunch of content, a whole bunch of stuff you can learn from, take a bunch of notes. You learn a lot about anything really coming down about macroeconomics. I mean, you learn about the simplest shit down to fucking what the fuck's a central bank. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what a central bank is, well, you're trading the wrong markets, buddy, because you got to understand who the fuck the big motherfucking money makers is in this markets, and why these big ass fucking wicks and shit like that be happening. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell we got an 8-inch wick? You know what I'm saying? It's because of the new central banks and, big wigs up in the markets. Ain't no little kids playing. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much, man. If you guys enjoyed the stream today, please go ahead, drop a like on my stream. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Canada's CPI session. But we're going to be trading gold, obviously. And